Hey guys, okay, no agenda. I'm just cutting the deck. I'm going to split it. I'm going to see what message Spirit has. It's collective though, so don't force it to fit. And you can email me if you want to book a personal. So let's just see. The Five of Cups and the Fool. If this is your reading, you took a leap of faith. I feel like you're sad about it. So you walked away from something or somebody. And it could very well feel like a funeral. Like, this took courage, if this is your reading, to take the leap of faith and walk away like that. Okay, let's see. What else, Spirit? Okay, so you walked away from, this is a relationship, I feel like that wasn't working. And as hard as this was, so this is someone you love. That's the energy I'm getting. You love this person. You had to walk away. It wasn't working. This is one of those situations where you've just had enough, right? And you don't want to walk away. You don't want to call judgment. The pain, it's like it hurts to stay and it hurts to leave. So you're in a no-win situation with this. And maybe you're having trouble healing. The burdens are down, but it turned your world upside down. So I feel like the stress of being in a relationship that isn't working, where you're doing all the work, where you're sad if you're there, you're sad if you leave. So you've decided to walk away and you're sad. And yes, so the burdens of that anxiety and eggshells and, gaslighting, whatever was happening in your relationship. But now, if this is your reading, your whole world's been turned upside down with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse. It almost feels to me like, if this is your reading, you feel like you're never going to feel better. Things aren't going to get better. Maybe you feel stuck. And look, right under your thoughts that you're not going to feel better, that it's never going to get back to joy and happiness in the life you had before this. And I see victory. So under all of this pain and processing through the shadow work and the what went wrong and how do I avoid this in the future and how do I get over this person and your brain that won't shut up and that, tightness in your chest is a victory here. That tells me you're going to heal. So if this is your reading and you feel like it's just never going to get better, like, some of you might even be second guessing your decision to walk away because it's hurting so bad and you have to start over and you have no idea where to start. This is Spirit saying you will have a victory here. This is a journey, guys. I've been on it. I get it. It's a marathon. And it's up and it's down. And some days you feel great and then you don't. For some of you, I feel like you just scrape yourself out of a hole. Like, that's how low this relationship took you. Okay? Even financially, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of it. You had to get to the top just to take the leap of faith, right? It's like you were at a deficit by the time this relationship ended. This King of Pentacles. This feels like you were in a relationship with someone who controlled everything, even the money, your behaviors, what you wore, how you looked, color of your hair. Very controlling. I knew it. You were in an abyss. I just said you had to crawl. You had to crawl just to get to the top, to take the leap of faith. And this is your spirit guide right here. Your spirit team. God, Spirit, Universe pulled you out, helped you to get to the top so you could take the leap of faith. This tells me you're protected. Some of you might still be in contact with this person even though you've walked away. So that makes it harder, right? Because if you're still talking to the person, you can't cut that final tie. So when you're having a really bad moment, you might reach out. And even if they're horrible to you, even in a text message, for a little while, you're like, okay, but I'm still hearing for them. That's how a trauma bond works. Like, your trauma bond will give you a dopamine hit, whether it's a good or a bad experience, positive or negative. And for some of you, this may be a trauma bond. And so you're in pain, you're still talking to this person, and that can stop the healing journey, right? If you're still talking to this person. Some of you are isolating yourself, but It doesn't feel like a hermit mode, isolating. This feels like a sad, I don't want to talk to anyone, I don't want to do anything, I don't want to get out of bed, I just want my person back, isolating. But what I see Spirit saying is, I mean, look how much work you did just to get to that leap of faith. And that's faith, right? It's faith. You can't see it. You don't know what's ahead. You don't get a roadmap to see where God is taking you. But you're not fighting an uphill battle anymore. This is your reading. This relationship was like climbing a mountain. You never quite get to the top, and then you get knocked back down to the bottom and you start all over. Just a constant uphill battle with someone who is very controlling. And so this does feel like a trauma bond, guys. And so by the time you walk away, because you've just had enough and your higher self knows you need to get out, you're so addicted to this person. So addicted. And so your brain will do anything to feel better, even if it's for 5 minutes. Six of Pentacles in reverse. For some of you, I feel like you're stuck in this, I just wasted all this time. And I just wasted all this love. And I just wasted all this energy. And look at me now. And this person's run off and having a beautiful life. And I'm here and I don't even know what to do next. I can't stop crying. All I want to do is talk to them. But that leap of faith took an awful lot of courage. Especially this reading, I can feel it. Like this really took you to a low point in your life. And you're dealing with someone, look, breadcrumbing you. Look at him holding the bread. For a lot of you, you are still talking to this person, and this person may be breadcrumbing you. So they're keeping you hanging on with little bits of hope. They never follow through, but they just, there's always an excuse, but they keep you hanging on. So you can't let go. And that's how you get stuck in this rut, where you're feeling better. Yeah, I can do this on my own. And then in comes a breadcrumb. Okay, well, maybe they're going to change. But Spirit says here, we lifted you out of that abyss. We lifted you out of this abyss so that you can get your life back and you will be victorious. What else, Spirit? It's going to take some work on your part. And it's hard work. It's not, you can't just lay there and wait for the pain to go away. This is going to take some active participation in your part, because if this is your reading, you are an Empress. And you're still an Empress, but you don't feel like one. But you have to remember that who you are, no one can destroy that. But they can make you feel like you're not an Empress. That's where your self-esteem goes, right? Your self-respect goes out the door. You don't know who you are anymore. Your sense of self-worth. You can't, you don't recognize the person you're looking at in the mirror. And this is Spirit saying, you're still an Empress. You just don't feel like one. It doesn't mean you aren't one. You have to remember that. So this is where I think Spirit wants you to know, listen, you have all the tools you need to get through this. And this is not an easy journey. And yeah, there's going to be days where you don't want to get out of bed. There's going to be days where you're going to binge Netflix all day and you don't want to talk to anybody. But what I'm seeing here is Spirit saying, we're here. You're covered. We've got you. You will be victorious in this. Here's the Fool again. Maybe you need another leap of faith. Now the next leap of faith is, let's jump into the healing journey. Let's use the resources available. Lots of videos online about healing from toxic relationships, narcissistic relationships, breaking trauma bonds, getting on that path, doing shadow work, finding yourself again. Lots of books on Amazon as well. And I feel like this is Spirit saying, okay, because you can take more than one leap of faith on this journey. Trust me, you may take quite a few. And so this is like Spirit saying, okay, another one. We're going to take another leap of faith. You've left. Now we have to take a leap of faith into cutting this person off, going no contact if you can. Sometimes you can't. You can go limited contact. And take a leap of faith that now this next part of this journey is where you actively work on yourself so that you can take this and turn this card around and get back to where you were, even better. You'll have lessons that you're going to learn. You're going to learn new things about yourself. You're going to see the world different. You're going to see relationships a whole lot different. This is a time to find you. So if you're feeling stuck on this journey, Queen of Swords, pick up your sword, dust yourself off. It's like Daenerys Targaryen, rise from the ashes. That's from Game of Thrones. But rise from the ashes because you can do this. I hope this helps, guys.